Welcome back to Sports Chat with Greg and Bryan. And
You
we are,
sound like the guy. Hold on. You sound like the guy on Twilight
oh,
Zone.
welcome back to Sports Chat with Greg and
We should
Bryan.
do a Twilight Zone sports chat,
uh, hey, uh, like and subscribe.
please.
Greg, one of your favorite things is coming up, the British Open.
Underwater basket weaving.
The British Open, or as it's referred to in Britain, the Open,
It's the Open.
the Open.
Yes,
Why do we call it the British Open in the United States?
because in the United States, we have to take claim to everything. So we want the U.S. Open and the British Open, but it's the Open, and the winner is the champion golfer of the year. I believe is how they crown the person the winner.
Let's get into this because I didn't do a whole lot of, like deep dive or anything else. I just kind of went, all right, so let's find out the British Open. Let's take a look at it and let's see what we got. Okay, so
Royal
Southport, Merseyside,
Royal
England.
Birkdale.
Yes.
Okay. So they rotate the British Open through 4 or 5, maybe 6 courses.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's just I knew that they didn't play it at the same time. I
Yeah.
figured they would have
No, they
played it
play
at
at
a
the same
bunch of
time. They
different
just don't play
courses.
it. They don't do what the U.S. does, where they go out and say they play. But the U.S. Open is played at different places also.
Right.
But it's awarded to them. My understanding is it just rotates through the old course, Birkdale, Carnoustie.
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because don't they play the British Open also in Scotland? I mean, isn't it played in Scotland on occasion?
That's the old course.
Oh, that's St.
That's
Andrews.
St. Andrews.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. And Carnoustie.
Okay.
I think, unfortunately, this is, I want to say that
Well, I
my
can.
uncle used to be a member here.
Oh, wow.
I believe I could.
So this is where it is on the map.
Mm-hmm.
It's right there on the west coast of Britain. And as a general rule, those are the conditions. It's usually windy. But this week, they're expecting a heat wave.
That's not going to do the um, Englanders very well.
Well, and you're probably right in that regard. They're expecting the fairways, just like I said, they're hard fast fairways. The greens are going to firm up, which could be a real problem. And then it's not going to be as windy.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they are saying. Whoever they are.
Okay. Yeah. So there's just real quick on the part. They've increased the number of courses they use,
Okay.
but they've returned some back and stuff like that. But St. Andrews, Birkdale, Carnoustie, and Troon, Muirfield Village, St. George's in Liverpool, Lytham, Portrush, and then Turnberry.
Okay.
So actually, I think those have all. I think that they're all relative. I think they said that one has been returned back. I don't know, but
Okay.
yeah, those are all the courses that they will play the U.S. Open. So where in the
Or
United States,
the open.
the Open
Right.
in the United States, there's not. Hey, you have to play at one of these courses.
Right. It can be anywhere.
It could be Bethpage Black. There's golf course, but I mean Riviera, Torrey Pines.
Right.
In those courses, I think the only, and I'll have to look this up. The only caveat for the U.S. Open is that it has to be a public course.
Oh, okay.
I believe.
Okay. And this is just characteristics. What are you going to need to win? Okay. And it might not be such a great thing because there's not going to be much wind, but the ability to hit low, accurate drives. If there's a lot of wind, obviously, ball's going to get hung up and it can get blown, any which way. If you keep the ball low, you're going to be fighting a little bit better fight against the wind.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be my
Absolutely.
assumption. And then the thing that's going to, because of the weather, the high towering shots are going to come up and down as opposed to a more flat iron shot that might grip when it's wet, won't when it's dry. and consequently, if your iron play isn't good, you're because apparently these greens on this course are like miniature golf greens, where if you don't hit it right, it will roll down,
Oh
the
yeah, I
sides.
mean, but the fairways are like that too. The fairways are they roll for a long time too.
Okay.
So I would, I would personally disagree with the ability to hit low accurate drives is important. Scrambling around the green is important, but high towering iron play, a lot of these guys are not going to do that. One, because if it's really windy, they don't have
Yes.
control. So they're out there probably practicing these running, like they're going to, like, I got 200 yards. I would normally hit for them a pitching wedge or whatever. We would hit a driver, right? And
A
still be
forward.
and still be 50 yards short, but they're going to hit something and sort of play it down and run it up there.
Okay.
They're
All
going to
right.
bounce and run. I don't know this golf course very well, but when I played St. Andrews and Carnoustie, that was the way to play it.
Okay.
You high towering iron shots would still not stop on the green, whereas if you could play it
Well,
and land it and run it up there, it was a better opportunity.
well, the only thing that why that's on there and why I think it matters is because if it's not as windy,
If it's not windy, then that's the way to
and
go.
if there's and that the greens are dry,
Mm-hmm. Which they
then you're going to need to play that up and down, that high arcing shot, rather than, like you're saying, the running shot.
the running, yeah. But the thing is,
Because
if it's not windy, it's not going to be dry.
oh really? Well, okay,
The
but
wind dries it out.
okay. Well, but still, if it's even if it's wet and you can play that high arcing drive and there's no wind, it's going to stick.
Right. So you better have your distance 100% accurate, because it's not going to spin. It's not going to go forward. It's not going to do a lot of that.
Right.
It's
It's
going
going
to kind of, hopefully for them, it's going to plug. It's going to not be that bad, but it's going to
okay.
be, they won't play if the ball plugs on the green. Like they'll
All
be
right.
like, now we're not, it's too wet.
Okay.
My interpretation. But, you know, typically the British Open is, we got to be able to play under the wind.
Okay.
And I will also say, we you have low accurate drives, but the rough there,
That's probably like 6 feet high.
the crazy thing is, there's like pieces of it really, really high, but on your backswing and your downswing, it just grabs your club and just makes it go wherever. It looks like we're hitting it. It goes sideways.
Okay.
I mean, that's what I encountered at both I played 3 golf courses there: Carnoustie, St. Andrews, and another one. I can't remember the name of the other one. I could go get the card. And they were all brutally difficult in the rough.
All right.
Like, just, you got to take your penalty. It's a penalty.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't, because I play the hand wedge.
Yeah, well, you
I
do.
just pick it up and throw it backwards a little bit onto the fairway and hit it from there. And then the last thing, patience and discipline. You can't overdo it.
Yeah,
Right.
you can't get frustrated.
Yeah.
The course.
And this, I looked at, I was like, I got that picture and I went, where are they playing? The moon? I mean, look at
Look
that.
at those bunkers.
That's what yeah, it's like you could get
It
lost.
looks green though, so it's just kind of crazy, because usually they're brown, like it's, and they bounce and roll and roll and roll. It looks kind of green.
Well, I mean, obviously they got a picture at probably the best time of year. The sun's out. There you can see the water. There's, everything's great. It's probably like the one day of the year in Britain where there's, uh, where the sun is out. Anyway, but I was looking at that, and the thing that just kills me, I mean, they've been playing. How long have they been playing golf on this course? Probably 150 years or longer.
Royal Birkdale, it's hosted the thing 10 times, so I mean, a
Okay.
long time.
Right. And so you get all this sand built up in these areas, and you end up with these sand traps that are like, I don't know, like salt pits in the earth. I mean, they're just huge. God forbid your ball ends up in one of those.
Oh my God, Brian! When I played St. Andrews, my caddy, I can't remember what hole. It was on the backside, and I hit a 4-iron in the fairway, and he goes, "Oh, you hit that too good." I'm like, "What are you?" I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle of the fairway. He goes, "Oh yeah, you're in one of the pop bunkers." It took me 4 to get out. I had to bank it off one wall, bank it off until I had a stance to get out to the side, and then play it. I think I got a 10 on that hole. It's
So it's just
ridiculous.
an average hole for me.
Yeah, well, yeah, for you. Yeah. So
Okay, so
hole number 2 is a 421-yard par 4, which is not very long for them.
right.
So in reality, they're not hitting driver,
Well, but my point. Okay, go ahead.
and they're because they don't want to hit into these bunkers that are up here.
Right. You want to leave it up short. But my point was just to point out this is what it looks like. I mean, that's pretty incredible. Here are the odds. This is from the from whatever some British betting thing. Just so you can see who's there to go for it. I don't know. I know who I'm going to pick. We'll talk about that later. But just of the guys there, it's like, okay. I mean, Xander Schauffele is there, but I'll tell you right now, I'm not picking Xander Schauffele. He was my guy for the U.S. Open. I'm not doing that here.
Because you probably did a little research.
I have done no research.
You're going like me.
Okay. So Rory McIlroy, why is he in the mix to win? Great tee play, great iron play.
His sorry, Rory, I like you, but his downfall sometimes his putter goes cold and he misses putts.
All right. Yeah, but so that was so that's Rory McIlroy.
He's very straight off the tee. He can hit the ball high. He can get the ball to stop. Obviously,
right.
He's played there many more times than other top. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, it's not his home course, obviously, but he's probably played there a lot.
Yeah, I would think so. Okay. And this is, you kind of brought this up before. So he's Scotty Scheffler best irons on the tour. And then he doesn't
like
misjudge.
Because of the irons he plays, or he's hit the way he hits them, it's the best.
Well, it just says from what I read, he's the best
joke,
iron
right?
player. And you brought this up. He doesn't misjudge his distances. And so, like you were saying, if he knows if he's going, okay, it's 200 yards, he knows how to get it 200 yards. And so that's where I look at him and I go, okay, that's important.
The hard part for all these guys, the hardest part of this is if they have to play the low running shot, how far do they need to hit the ball and how far is it going to roll afterwards? Okay.
Yep.
These guys are like, Craig, you're an idiot.
No. Okay. It's yes. Patrick. And he's not going to go crazy trying to make shots that he probably, knows that he can't. Accurate. And if it's going to be, like they say, hot and dry, then the course is going to work right very well for him. And then the last guy here, short irons, wedge, short irons, things to use so he can play it up and then use those short irons to hit the spots that he wants. And then this came up on his like little bio thing that he's a fantastic target golf player. And so he's got the ability to say, okay, I'm going to hit that spot and get it at least relatively close.
Okay.
And he's going to need that this week. So I know who I got.
Okay. So I'll go first then.
You're going to go first? Okay.
I'm going to say Jon Rahm.
Really?
Yeah.
How come?
I don't really have a reason.
Okay.
It's just the feeling I have. I guess is the best way for me to put it.
So in other words, it's the Knicks.
No, I mean I like saying Jon Rahm, but no, it's more like I think he strives under pressure. I think he's he was a top golfer on the tour before. It's a major. He almost always does well in majors. I think that's
okay.
And I don't want to pick Scotty or Rory because that's the obvious pick.
and I'm going with Scotty Scheffler.
I mean, it's an obvious pick.
Right. And that's why. I'm I'm going with Scotty Scheffler, and I know it's the obvious pick, but the reason in my mind is because he's got great iron play and he can judge distances.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and it's not because, it's like, oh, well, he was number one and, he won it last year. Hey, last year's last year. He's got to prove it again. It's got nothing to do with anything.
Yeah.
I just think that with his skill set, that he's the guy. And obviously other people do too. That's just why I'm going with him.
I really believe it's all going to be about if the wind picks up, it's all going to be about obviously how they handle the wind. If they can control the trajectory of the ball and keep it out of the rough.
I mean, I'm not obviously a huge golf fan, but every British Open that I remember watching, at least, part of or seeing it on TV, it's always cold, rainy, and windy. It's like every year.
Sideways, blowing everything sideways.
Yeah, exactly. If it goes that way, I still think that Scotty Scheffler is going to do better. They're saying that this year, because of the conditions, that this might be the lowest scoring British Open ever.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if the wind doesn't come into play, then if it's perfect conditions for everybody, I mean, for every round of golf, that everybody has an equal chance. Whereas, like we talked about before, I don't know if it was the Masters or the U.S. Open, that it was harder in the afternoon.
Yeah, right.
Than it was in the morning, and then that didn't happen the next day.
Okay.
So the guys that played the morning round had it easier and scored low, and then the afternoon round they also had it. It's the same as the guys the next day, and that it's kind of unfair, right?
Right.
Okay. But I mean, even more importantly, the guy that ended up winning he shot like 6 under round one, and then the next 2 rounds he was only 1 under, and then the final one he just held on to win.
Right. Okay.
Right. Mm-hmm. But yeah.
So there you go. All right. If you liked our little discussion, our explanation about the the Open Championship.
Thank you.
Click the like button and please subscribe. Greg, any final thoughts?
I'm going to be watching this. It'll be fun.
Yeah, I will be flipping back and forth between all kinds of different sporting events, but I'm going to keep an eye on the British Open.
Will it go up against the World Cup finals?
The final is on the 19th. So yes.
Yeah.
And there's F1 this weekend also.
It's got a lot of competition.
Yeah, there's lots of stuff going on.
All right, well, we'll see you guys on the next one, and we'll let you know if Bryan won or I won or neither one of us won.